Okay, welcome back then. This is issue 8 of the R2D2 build. So in this episode we shall be doing a bit more of the actual framework for the head. So extending the head chassis, that's what we should be doing here. As well as, so there's two parts, as well as the ankle, I believe. R2D2's right ankle fitting as well. So let's get going, shall we? Now for this, it says that we start by taking the assembly from stage 7, the two new frames. So let me just grab, so we have the frame and 4 more of the silver screws and nuts you used to fit the earlier frames. So I'll grab some of those using the magnetic screwdriver. So I need 4 more of these. That's 2. Oh, there's a problem with the magnetic screwdriver, it's just gone nuts. So 2, 4, I'll put those 2 back. That's there. I'll put those away. And the screws, which I believe are these ones here. So that's 3, 1 more, 4. Okay, right, so position, let's get this open. That piece for the frame. And that's what I'm finding about this kit, everything's packaged really well, so unless you drop it like that, you're not likely to lose pieces. Now I'll put those away. I'm going to be using that very soon for the ankle. Now then, we position DF03 as shown. So we have that there. And this is part DF03, which is going to sit on there like that. So as we're familiar with this already, get the nut piece on there, hold it in place, grab yourself one of the screws and pull that down. Just double checking, press the location on there. Now where is that in location? Right, now have I put that in the right place? Because that's there. Would it be there? Right, now that actually looks like I've put it in the wrong place. What it says here, position DF03 as shown, align its screw holes with the holes in the metal casing, press the location pin underneath into the hole there. Take one of the fixing nuts and carefully screw it on. So if I flip it up, and yes, it looks like I've attached this to the wrong part. It should be here, which would put that. Well, this, to be honest, this is a little bit unclear. Hold the nut in place with the fingertips, fit the 04 frame behind the one that you've just attached. So is it that way then? Now if I attach it here. Right, my gut's telling me that this isn't quite right. I think it should be on the other end. Yep. And I'll show you the other part to pay attention on the instructions is here. So that's the other piece that should be going next to, and we're building it that way round. So I didn't notice that until just now. So if I take that off, that makes sense. And hold it that way up. So yeah, that's where it's supposed to go. So it's supposed to go here and not on the other side. So that's my mistake. So we'll put that there. Put the nut through. And then go again with the screw. Like so. Do the same with the other nut. It really does help that they've actually supplied you with the magnetic screwdriver, because it just fits it's the right screwdriver for the screws, it's magnetic, and it's generally pretty good. So that one will sit there. So we're missing one last piece here then. Wonder when we'll fit that. Put that there. Give us the screw. Put that through. And in we go. Same again. On there. Now what would be really cool is if in time they did a similar scale C3PO model that you could build as well. I'm just putting it out there. If you're watching Fan Home and you have the rights to C3PO, then it'd be really nice if we could actually make R2D2's buddy as well. Now then, we're starting the top ring as well. So those other pieces that fell out, I need. So we have these two pieces. And we're supposed to attach it that way. It goes that way, I believe. Does that sit in there properly? Or is it that way? To be honest, it doesn't really make any difference by the looks of it. Right, take all three metal parts supplied this time together with two of the silver screws supplied with issue 7. Right, and they were the ones I hadn't opened. These ones, I believe. So there's one, and grab another, 2. Put those away. The ends of the two parts DF07 have dovetail joints that fit together, which is right. They do, don't they? So they fit together. like so. And that's quite a tight fit actually. Press the parts DF07 together and fit DF08 across the underneath of the joint. So we're looking at it this way up, with this part coming underneath. Fit one of the screws through the end of the hole in one part of DF07 and screw it into the threaded hole on DF08, and then we add the second screw. So here we go. This is where I find out if I've got the right size screws or not. Get off. I've got a feeling these might be a bit too long. We shall see. Yeah. Now I would say that I've actually got the wrong screws. So they're not as long as that from the last episode. They're the nuts. How long are they? They're about the same length, aren't they? Right, well that's interesting, they're the same length. And that's the nuts. They're the screws that I've got. Now they look shorter, but I didn't get those from number 7. Are they much shorter? Yes. Are they the same thread? They probably are the same thread. That doesn't make any sense. Right. Yeah, and that fits flush. Okay, now these are the screws that I got from issue 1, not issue 7. That finishes the job for now. You will complete the circle and attach it to the top frame in the next stage. Right, so we'll take out that longer screw there, because that doesn't seem right to me. But the shorter screws were from an earlier episode. Knowing that this has got a swivel around, that's what's telling me that these screws have to sit flush. So I'll put those back. And then we shall find out, won't we, if that's right or wrong. Now then, we go back to R2D2's leg for the next stage with issue 8, and that is because we are attaching that with those, and what we've got to do, take the ankle, and we've got the 2 screws, the black screws from last week, the last episode as well. So start by taking the 2 assemblies from stage 7, got those together with LPR 11, that's LPR 11, you'll see that there are 5 flanges inside the metal casting. Align these with one end of the LPR11 as shown. Right, so holding it that way, then, and there are 5 flanges. I think you're supposed to attach that flange there through there, so it will sit on like that. And that's what you're supposed to do. And yeah, so in the next picture it does show you. So that goes on there like that. That makes sense because those flanges are going to sit in those holes. So I'll take that, hold it together, and it should just slide into place like so. There we go. And because everything's in place, it fits and it doesn't wobble around. So then we take these black screws. So once we've done that, this is what we've done. We've taken the right ankle plate LPR10, which we temporarily fitted to the leg in stage 4, and we aligned the assembly up as shown. So we've aligned those 2 ankle parts on there, noting how the 4 round lugs and 2 flat tabs match up with the holes in the slots of LPR10, which they do because they fit in there. Press the assembly firmly into place. Holding the assembly together, turn the LPR10 over and screw one of the black screws provided with issue 7 into the fixing hole. Well, the screws that they supplied, the black ones in issue 7, are 2 screws on their own, so you shouldn't get those mixed up with any of the other screws. Okay. So we'll take the bump and they screw on in here. Again, you're going back into plastic, so you don't want to go too mad with the tightening up. Make sure that that's not too loose. Yeah, it's fine. There you go. So that's what we've got. And to see the finished effect, refit the ankle plate to the base of the leg as you did in stage 4. This is not fixed permanently yet. So I shall take that. Grab the leg. Okay. And that weight from the metal is just enough to tip it over slightly. So there we go. I do know at some point there's going to be a metal plate that attaches all of this together plus the motor. So that concludes putting together issue 8 of the magazine. On to issue 9.